Good morning.
Morning.
Create extreme risk protection orders, also called red flag laws, and a gun ban for those convicted of domestic.
On WWJ.
Can you find your keys and everything?
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
No, it's for, actually, she does it for the whole. Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed, are you there?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir. What's Mr. Reed?
He should be walking in the office within the next 2 minutes.
I'll come back to you. Ms. Woodside, good morning.
Morning.
Woodside,
Good morning. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. What can I do for you?
I have a PCC for Miss Green.
Green. Okay, we're ready on 9 Green.
Do you have Miss Green in your waiting room?
No, I do not. Great cover.
Calling case number 230-606-1601. The people of the state of Michigan versus Nehemiah Arlene Green. The defendant is being charged with count 1, failure to stop at a scene of accident resulting in serious impairment or death. Except for probable cause today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Sharon Clark Woodside appearing on behalf of Miss Green. I'd ask to waive her presence.
For the waive the defendant's presence, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor, I don't have any discovery. I don't know exactly who the prosecutor is either. I think it could be it says Miss Dornick on the ROA, but I'm not sure if that's correct. So I had a chance to call the prosecutor's office this morning to see who is. I'm sorry?
I was asking if I have an APA here on Green. Can I'm gonna have to come back to you, Ms. Woodside. I don't think I have anyone here yet.
Okay.
Ms. White, good morning.
Good morning, if you are calling from me.
Yes, I am. What can I do for you?
Yes, I am here for a PCC on Halisa Lloydnetta Brown. Also, Attorney Ted Wallace is here that represents the co-defendant, Mr. Minion.
That was a true statement, Your Honor.
Okay. So we have Ms. White here on Brown. We have Mr. Wallace. You're here on who, sir?
I'm here on Sterling Minion, Your Honor, his co-defendant to Ms. White's claim.
Okay, we're ready on Brown and Meany.
Calling case number 230-604-2201, the people of the state of Michigan versus Sterling Marquise Minion. One second. Defendant two is Alicia Lynetta Brown. Defendant one is being charged, defendant 1 and 2 is being charged with count 1, homicide, manslaughter, and voluntary. Defendant 1 and 2 is also being charged with count 2 and 3 and 4, child abuse second degree. Defendant 1 is being charged with weapons, firearm possession by a felon. Defendant 1 and 2 is being charged with weapons, felony, firearm. Defendant 1 and 2 is also being charged with count 7, weapons, felony, firearm. Defendant 1 and 2 is also being charged with count 8 and 9, weapons, felony, firearm. Defendant 1 is a habitual offender. Second offense notice set for probable cause today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor, and good morning to your staff. My name is Ted Wallace, and I represent Mr. Sterling Minion. Mr. Minion.
Okay, we usually let the prosecutor go first, folks. Ms. Woods, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. APA Tiffany Woods, P86189 for the people. And I also have another prosecutor on this case as well, Erin Wilmoth. I believe she's here.
Good morning, Your Honor. Erin Wilmoth, P82085, also appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rita White on behalf of Ms. Halisa Brown. She is present. If you can please unmute your device, Ms. Brown, and state your name for the record.
Halisa Brown.
Mr. Minion, tell us your name for the record. I brought Mr. Minion out the waiting room. I don't see him now. Anyway, what's your pleasure, counsels?
Your Honor, we would like a preliminary exam date.
That's correct.
And Mr. Wallace, are you waiving your client's appearance?
I am, Your Honor.
For the way the defendant's presence, continue to plead not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination. How is January 16th at 10 o'clock?
That's a good date and time for Mr. Minion, Your Honor.
That works for me.
That works for,
At least for me.
that works for APA Woods as well. And Judge, I'd also ask, to modify Sterling Minion's release conditions to at least add a tether. Judge, some things happened that we were made aware of, an apparent theft. I don't know if this happened to Defendant Brown. I don't know if her counsel would like to address the court in regards to that theft. There have been some issues of threatening behavior, a police report that we have of that. And also something happened at CPS regarding Mr. Minion and Miss Brown's family regarding threats and possible assaults. At this point, Judge, we would just feel better if Mr. Minion had a tether in place. We believe that that would put an end to the behavior that's been going on, Judge.
I thought Mr. Minion was on a tether.
No, Judge, he's not.
Mr. Wallace?
Your Honor, the people made this motion the last time we were here when there was a stand-in judge. They said that Mr. Minion had police contact or broke a no contact order, and they based that on the co-defendant's own statements. I haven't seen anything, and I don't think there has been anything that's shown that there's anything that backs up those claims. I was
very gracious in amending the defendant's bond so that they could attend their child's funeral. Prosecuting attorney at the time indicated that she had some concerns about that and that she feared that they would have some contact with child witnesses involved in this matter.
And I don't think
call it whatever the case may be, but Mr. Wallace, make no mistake about it, if that is in fact the case, your client is going to be sitting in jail to the resolution of this matter. Do you understand?
I understand, Your Honor. And I've spoken with Mr. Minion.
Judge, we would at this point still ask for you to put a tether on him. I don't know if defense attorney. I'm sorry?
I'm looking at revoking his bond if he violated this court's order.
Yeah, Judge, as far as we know, there was a burglary. I would prefer if defense counsel for Miss Brown give you the facts of that, but there was an alleged burglary and theft that took place of some birth certificates. That burglary then pushed back the burial and funeral services for the victim in this case. We did go and get a birth certificate for Miss Brown so that she could proceed with the burial services of her son in a timely manner. We believe we had a police report that there was some threats made between the family members. Also, CPS made it aware to us that during an emergency CPS meeting that Mr. Minion and Miss Brown's family, the police had to be called, Judge, because there was threats being made during that meeting.
This afternoon, I want all parties to report here at 1:30.
Your Honor, I'm not in the country right now.
And I also am not available, but I would like to present on behalf of Miss Brown.
When do you do back, Mr. Wallace?
I fly back in on the evening of the 3rd.
Okay, let's do it on the 4th then.
Yes, Your Honor.
What time, Judge?
We can do it first thing in the morning.
Oh,
I do have one hearing. That afternoon would be better for me, Judge.
Okay, we can do 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. White, and all parties must appear.
Yes, Your Honor.
yes, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Brown, I will acknowledge that the statements from the APA are particularly correct. I have received, prior to this hearing and prior to the previous hearing, I received several calls from Ms. Brown indicating that she had received several observations of the fact that her home was completely in complete disrepair and broken into. And yes, the birth certificate and other very, very sentimental items were taken. Also, since this matter has been pending, Ms. Brown has also received voicemail messages of threats and other communications from the co-defendant Minion.
We'll go over that Wednesday. Bring it with you Wednesday.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
at
Aaron.
1:30?
Can I say something?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
All
you.
right, so we have an exam date of January 16th at 10 o'clock. And we have a bond hearing at 1:30 on Wednesday, the 4th.
Yes, Your
Thank you,
Honor.
Judge.
1:30 p.m.
It's Thursday.
Judge, the 4th is a Thursday. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Thursday. I'm thinking today is, my bad. All right.
I don't know what day it is either. I'll see you guys Thursday.
Okay.
Thanks,
Aaron.
Judge.
Yes, Thursday. Thank you.
Mr. Reed, you're here with me now.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. What can I do for you?
May it please the court, Your Honor, we have a Ms. Williams scheduled this morning.
Okay.
Yes. On a Zoom right now, I believe.
Ready on Williams.
Tawana Williams.
Calling case number 230-605-9101. The people of the state of Michigan versus the defendant, Tawana Elise Williams. The defendant is being charged with count 1, homicide, murder, second degree, count 2, weapons, felony firearm, set for probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record, please. Do I have an APA here on Williams? Where is everybody today? All right,
Good morning.
I'm back to you again. I'm sorry, sir.
Attorney Reed is here, Your Honor. I don't know, is there a special prosecutor?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. I don't know who that person is.
Okay. Hopefully they'll be with us soon. I'll come back to you. Mr. Lewis, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have a Mr. Wood. It's up for PCC.
Ready on Wood. I'm sorry.
I take that back, Judge. It's not Wood, it's Todd.
You don't know your client's name, sir?
Judge, I'm thinking about a case I have up for tomorrow.
They were ready on time.
Okay. Time to Marion. Calling case number 230-604-8901. The people of the state of Michigan versus the defendant, Demira Collins Todd. The defendant is being charged with count 1, home invasion, first degree. Count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 3, domestic violence, set for probable cause.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drade for the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this court, Anthony Lewis, 43876. On behalf of Mr. Todd, we have no objection to this proceeding being conducted by Zoom. I do not see Mr. Todd on the screen, Judge.
Are you waiving his presence?
I will waive his presence, Your Honor.
What's your pleasure?
Judge, the APA and I have talked. We are still awaiting discovery. I have discussed this matter with Mr. Todd that it may have to be set beyond the date, and I'm just waiting to hear from Ms. Drain about the discovery.
Sir, we're already beyond the date. What do you want to do?
Well, we would ask that it be adjourned out so that Ms. Drain can provide us with the discovery.
No, sir, I'm not inclined to do that. You've already gotten one adjournment. Do you want an exam or what?
Judge, the adjournment was that they had to adjourn it because you were not here.
No, that's not why I was watching. That's not why it was adjourned. It was adjourned for discovery purposes.
Right. Then, Judge, since I don't have the discovery, I would request that the case be dismissed then.
That request will be denied. Do you want an exam date, Mr. Lewis, or not?
Yes, Judge, I do want an exam date. The exam date that you have given so far, that is not good for me, which is the 16th. I'm in trial in Oakland County Circuit Court at 8:30 that morning.
I didn't give you an exam date of the 16th.
No, Judge, I said the exam date that you have given out so far that I've heard was the 16th.
That date, that doesn't apply to you, sir. That's a homicide date.
Okay, then I stand corrected, Judge. I was just trying to be helpful.
You're in trial when?
On the 16th.
What kind of trial?
It's a home invasion and wiretapping. He was observing, he planted cameras in his ex-wife's home.
Your trial starts the 16th?
16th, Judge Matthews, 8:30.
January 12th.
January 12th is good, Judge.
I have 9:15 scheduled.
No, you don't. You have a 9 a.m. and 11 a.m.
How's 9:15?
9:15 is good, Judge.
All right. January 12th at 9:15, bond will be continued.
Thank you.
Mr. Brown, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
What can I do for you, sir?
I'm here on Mr. Jackson Bolanos.
Okay.
Okay. Calling case number 230-604-4801. The people of the state of Michigan versus the defendants, Manuel Jackson Bolanos. The defendant is being charged with count 1, homicide, felony murder, count 2, home invasion, first degree, count 3, lying to a peace officer, 4 years or more crime investigation. Defendant is a habitual offender, 4th offense notice, set for probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Elsey for the people. My P number is 81329.
And good morning, Your Honor. Brian Brown, P80560. Hearing on behalf of Mr. Michael Jackson Bolanos with permission to waive his presence for today's hearing.
Where is Mr. Jackson Bolanos?
He is incarcerated in the Wayne County Jail.
Sir, in the Wayne County Jail, what's your name? Yes. I can't hear you, sir. Can you get the deputy for me?
That's not my client, Your Honor.
I know it's not. That's why I asked for the deputy.
They're coming.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. Happy New Year's.
Good morning. Happy New Year. Do you have a Mr. Jackson Bolanos for me?
What's the first name, Your Honor?
What's his first name?
Michael.
Michael Jackson Bolanos.
Okay, he's over at Division 2, Your Honor.
All right.
You ready for him right now?
Yes, I am ready for him if you can get him.
I'll let them know.
Okay, thank you.
And Judge, I did speak with Mr. Jackson Bolanos as recent as yesterday, and he's okay with his presence being waived for today's hearing, if that would be okay with the court.
I was gonna see if I can get him here so he knows exactly what's going on.
Call it right now.
Okay. We'll waive his presence. It's gonna take too long for him to get him before a camera. It's your pleasure, Mr. Brown.
Judge, we would like to ultimately set a preliminary examination. However, I would like to place on the record, I'm still anticipating some additional discovery. I have received some discovery, but I do believe there is some more that should be forthcoming that I am waiting for the receipt of.
Mr. Elsie, how are we coming on the discovery?
Judge, we are coming along. I did provide Mr. Brown with a significant amount of discovery last Tuesday after our first PCC that I believe for all intents and purposes should be the bulk of what will be necessary for the exam. There are other things that I think that are not particularly relevant for the exam, like other phone dumps that I'm still in the process of compiling. The two items that are outstanding that will be relevant for the exam, I believe I should have either this week or next week, and one is a compilation video that I intend to present, and the second is a phone mapping report that's being prepared by the FBI right now.
Can you get that to?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
When are you gonna get that to him?
My understanding is that those items are in the process of being prepared by the investigators that are working on them, and so I anticipate having those at some point either this week or next week.
Okay. How is January 16th at 1:30? For example.
That works for me, Your Honor. I do want to note, though, that I anticipate this is going to be a rather lengthy exam. And so if the court has a morning available, I think that would be ideal from my standpoint.
Okay, how many witnesses do you anticipate?
At this time, I anticipate 12. I'm hoping that we can work out some stipulations, though, in advance.
12 witnesses? Okay, let's do January 16th at 11:30.
Judge, I have another. That should be okay.
All right, January 16th at 11:30. Bond will be continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Sharp, Happy New Year.
You too, Judge. Nice to see you this year.
Good to see you. What can I do for you?
Judge, I'm here. I'm Mr. William White. We're just looking for an exam date, please.
All right.
I don't have discovery yet, but hopefully the prosecutor could send email to me today.
Calling case number 230-606-1701, the people of the state of Michigan versus William Austin White. The defendant is being charged with count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2, domestic violence. The defendant is a habitual offender. 4th offense notice. That's the final count today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drade for the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Shark, P43732. On behalf of Mr. White, respectfully requesting waiving his presence just for this PCC hearing, Your Honor.
The court will waive the defendant's presence. What's your pleasure?
Judge, Mr. White is requesting an exam in this matter.
Court will continue the plea of not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination. We'll set it for January January 10th at 10:15.
Thank you, Judge. I'll be there.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day, Judge. Thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Fanning, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What can I do for you?
I have Mr. Cartwright. It's a PCC. He's currently in the Wayne County Jail. I can waive his appearance if need be.
Sir, in the Wayne County Jail, what's your name? Tell me your name, sir.
Jerry Leon McQuarrie.
Oh, Mr. McCrary. Mr. McCrary, can you get the deputy for me once more?
Hey, Your Honor, also, Mr. Cartwright is over at Division 2, and it will be the same, situation for, that it was for Michael Jackson.
All right, never mind. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Call that yet? Yes.
Okay, this is two cases. Calling case number 230-605-6801. The people of the state of Michigan versus Arterius Cartwright. The defendant is being charged with count 1, domestic violence, third offense notice. The defendant is also being charged with case number 230-605-8301. The people of the state of Michigan versus Arterius Cartwright. The defendant is being charged with count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2, domestic violence, third offense notice. The defendant is a habitual offender, fourth offense notice, separate possible false hearing.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drade for the people, P number 60249 on both cases.
And good morning, Your Honor. If it pleases the court, Attorney Andrew Fanning, P42853, appearing on behalf of my client, Mr. Cartwright. Your Honor, I would waive his appearance here today. And I'm asking that this matter be set.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm asking that these matters are set for exam.
All right, the court will continue to plead of not guilty and set both matters for preliminary examination. How's January 10th? What time are we looking at?
January 10th is good.
January 10th at 11:15.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I just, Ms. Drain, if you can just send me discovery, that'd be great. I'd be grateful. Thank you.
Will do.
Thank you. Have a great day and happy New Year, everyone. Bye-bye.
Same to you. Ms. Yancey.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. What can I do for you?
I am here on behalf of Mr. Dominic Thornton, who is also present in Wayne County Jail. I do not see him present on Zoom, though.
Okay. Ready on board.
Okay. Calling case number 230-606-0701. The people of the state of Michigan versus the defendant, Dominic Devon Thornton. The defendant has been charged with count 1 and 2, criminal sexual conduct, third degree, person 13 through 15. Count 3, criminal sexual conduct, fourth degree, victim 13 through 15. Count 4, criminal sexual conduct, fourth degree, victim under 13. I'm sorry, victim 13 through 15. HIV and STD testing notice. Count 5, alcohol selling, furnishing to a minor. Several possible false hearings.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Erin Walnut, P82085, appearing on behalf of the people. My apologies. I thought this particular case was up next week for a PCC, but I am the prosecutor of record on this case at this time.
May it please this honorable court, Mary L. Yancey. I also, Your Honor, believe there's a confusion as to which case. I am on case number 23060607-01. And there's only one count, to my understanding, of criminal sexual conduct, and that count is not involving a minor.
Are you appointed or retained?
I'm retained. I do believe Attorney Upshaw has been retained for the case called by the court this morning.
And I haven't seen Attorney Upshaw yet.
And Judge, I'm on the case that was, I believe, up to date for the CSE third degree incapacitated victim. That's with Attorney Yancey.
Okay. So we'll proceed on that case. What's your pleasure, Ms. Yancey?
Thank you, Your Honor. We're demanding an exam, Your Honor. We also would like to be reheard on bond.
The court will continue to plea of not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination on do I have January 10th at 1:30? Yes, you did. How's January 10th at 1:30?
There's going to be
Judge, I'm going to be in a trial that starts on the 9th. It should only last about 2 or 3 days. Is it possible for us to do Friday afternoon on the 12th?
Are you available, Ms. Yancey?
I am not. I am in trial on the 12th.
The next available date would be January 17th.
I could do the afternoon that day. I do have another exam in the morning out county.
January 17th works for me, Your Honor.
Okay, January 17th at 1:30, bond. You want to address bond?
May I address it now, or do we have to schedule another date, Your Honor?
You can address it now.
Awesome. Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Thornton, these allegations happen in, I do believe, early 2022. Your Honor, my client is a lifelong citizen of the city of Detroit. He was employed prior to a very traumatic car accident. And as this court understands, we believe that the purpose of bond is, which is currently $200,000 cash assured. The purpose of bond is to ensure that, one, my client is not a danger to society, as well as he will return to court. I have been retained on this matter since April of 2023. During that time, we have always been in contact with the officer in charge. We have always cooperated with anything that we have been asked. In addition, Your Honor, we think there are mitigating circumstances. My client was in a traumatic accident in June of this year. He had brain surgery, he had hip surgery, he also had foot surgery. He is literally learning to walk again, Your Honor. I submitted to the court prior in the redetermination hearing on last week. I submitted to the court an Exhibit A with pictures of his injuries, as well as a detailed schedule of very important and specific doctor's appointments that he has to attend. He's also taking multiple forms of medication. Your Honor, I think if the court were to see that exhibit, it would see that Wayne County Jail definitely cannot assist and give him the health care that he so desperately needs. I can take a picture. I'm sorry?
When was the date of offense, the alleged date of offense?
Let me give it to you an exact date.
Judge, it was November of 2022. However, there have been other
July.
instances.
July 2022.
Sorry, July. I'm looking at his other case. My apologies.
His other case? Okay.
So, Judge, if I may, I do believe when looking at whether or not bonds should be reduced, the court should consider the safety to the community. The defendant has this current pending case against an adult victim. He has another case that AP Wilmoth already charged as well against a adolescent. That occurred in June of 2023, after he was already aware of this instance that he's currently charged in this case. And then there's a third pending case currently being reviewed by myself in my office against another victim, again, for criminal sexual conduct. There appears to be a pattern of assaulting individuals, specifically women, when they have been either intoxicated or potentially given something, drug-induced intoxication, and therefore the people believe that there is a significant risk to the community because within the last.
Even though he can't. You think he poses a risk to the community even though he can't walk?
Judge, I was not aware that he wasn't able to walk. However, the other instances was from June of 2023. So regardless of whether or not he can or cannot walk, I feel the fact that he has been alleged to have committed 3 separate sexual assaults, that he is charged with at least 2 separate instances with a third one pending, warrants the type of bond that he is currently given.
Well, I appreciate that. But if the purpose of bond is to make sure that he's not a flight risk, nor does he pose a danger to the community. If this gentleman can't even walk and has had brain surgery, and all the things counsel says as an officer of the court are true, then it doesn't sound like he poses much of a threat to the community, maybe before this accident took place, but certainly not now.
I would like to know when this accident took place.
It took place during the same time that the allegations for the second case took place. I do believe that was June or July of 2023.
And then there was a case afterwards?
Well, Your Honor, the case afterwards did not even get charged until the day before this case's arraignment. My client had no idea or no
the timeline here. Did anything allegedly take place after he had the accident?
I do believe that second case was after the accident. If the court would give me a couple of moments, I can look for the actual date of his accident.
That shoots down your argument as to whether or not he poses a danger to the community. Because if he's had brain surgery and he's having all these issues, then how is he still picking up cases?
I want to give the. May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Okay.
I'm getting the exact date of the accident.
Judge, it's my understanding that the case with AP Wilmoth, the defendant, based on the body-worn camera, was able to essentially walk on his own. And it sounds like that did happen after he was already in that accident.
All right, sounds like this bond is going to be continued.
The accident, Your Honor, the accident happened on June 25th.
All right, and the alleged incident took place when?
Well, I'm not sure on the second case, Your Honor.
If you give me a moment, I can look that up.
Well, there was a second and if there was a third case, then it sounds like that he's had these issues prior to these cases coming into fruition. Bond will be continued. Thank you.
Your Honor, may I briefly?
Why?
You stated that if we don't even know what, I mean, that's kind of prejudicial to my client, Your Honor. She's stating that there might be charges coming. They haven't been authorized. This is the same thing they did at the arraignment for the first matter regarding the second matter. They brought up a second case, simply said that it was authorized, and it was used against my client as to bond. Your Honor, even if the court will consider the police report in the first matter, I believe and we contend that he's not a threat to society simply because these were individuals in one single home, familiar with one another, drinking, having fun, playing cards. That is not a threat to society, Your Honor.
Says you, probably
Judge,
says victim standpoint.
That is true, Your Honor. That I concur with that, Your Honor, but I'm just asking that for purposes of returning, Your Honor. He has retained an attorney. I've been on retainer for almost a year now, waiting on.
You do a good job. I commend you for that. Bond will be continued. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we're ready on Williams. I believe the prosecutor's in Dorkton.
Judge, I'm gonna
Dorkton.
handle it this morning. I was sent to handle that one and Miss Green.
Okay, we're ready on Williams.
Calling case number 230-60591. The people of the state of Michigan versus the defendants, Tawanda Ellis Williams. The defendant is being charged with count 1, homicide, murder, 2nd degree. Count 2, weapons, felony, firearm, set for probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Dornick appearing on behalf of the people, P79420.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Daniel Reed, P number 30965, appearing on behalf of Ms. Williams. We do agree to this matter proceeding by Zoom. Ms. Williams, would you state your name for the record, please?
Good morning. My name is Tawanda Elise Williams.
Thank you. Your Honor, we'd like to have this matter set for preliminary examination.
Okay. Let me check these dates.
They're open.
How is January 9th at 10 o'clock?
Mr. Ward?
That's not good. We can do one. We're available in the afternoon on the 9th.
Okay, January 9th at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we would indicate to the prosecutor. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. January 9th at 1:30 is not going to work. She said at 10. We have 11:30.
No, yeah, that's open.
11:30 is open. Can you do 11:30, Mr. Reed?
We can make that work.
All right, January 9th at 11:30.
Yes, Your Honor. You know, we would make the put the prosecutor on notice. There's supposed to be some kids talk, I guess, that they have videos of, and we'd like to have those as soon as possible to be able to review them before the exam, if we could.
And just for the record, I will not be handling the exam. This will be reassigned to somebody else. I will make notations and give everything to Mr. Lawrence as soon as we're done here today.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right, Ms. Woodside, you ready on green?
Yes, now that Ms. Dornick is here.
Okay.
Calling case number 230-606-1601. The people of the state of Michigan versus Nehemiah Arlene Green. The defendant is being charged with count 1, failure to stop at a scene of an accident resulting in serious impairment or death. Set for probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record, please.
And good morning again, Your Honor. Elizabeth Dornick appearing on behalf of the people, P79420.
Yeah, man, please, I'm a court Sharon Clark Woodside appearing on behalf of Ms. Green, who the court has so graciously allowed me to waive her presence. I don't have any discovery yet, but the date that's on the, so at this point, I would set it for an exam, judge, even though I don't have discovery because I don't know what I'm going to be getting. And the date that's on the register of actions is 1/9.
You're looking through January 9th at 10 o'clock.
I could either do before judge or probably after, because I got one matter with Judge Regina Thomas, and she now sets hers on certain times, and I have a homicide at 10 set with her. So I could become at 11.
I just set one at 11:30.
What, 10:30? Maybe 9? Already full?
I can do 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll do 9. I'll be there 9. So I don't, Ms. Dornick,
9 o'clock.
do you happen to have discovery yet by chance?
Well, I reviewed and signed this warrant, so I know what the discovery is, but again, I will not handle it. But there is a confession or interrogation.
Okay, so I'll be expecting to get a judge, and I already sent over, and it has Ms. Dornick's name on it because I got that from the register of action. I sent to your email since Ms. Nita is not here on order to motion in order to have her declared indigent because she doesn't have funds for any experts or investigators.
Ms. Dornick, are you going somewhere?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just in VCRI now, Judge, so I'm kind of in a weird place where I sign warrants but don't do everything else.
Just checking, okay.
Sorry.
January 9th at 9 o'clock. See you then. Thank you.
That's fine, Judge, but don't forget, please look for my order because it's in your email.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Barron.
Did you say Barron, Judge?
Yes, I did. Good morning. What can I do for you?
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on Mr. McQuarrie, who's there in the jail, and on Mr. Terrell.
Calling case number 230-605-7901. The people of the state of Michigan versus the defendant, Jerry Leon McCrary. The defendant has been in charge of count 1, criminal sexual conduct, third degree, multiple variables, set for probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sorry about that. Kirsten Kelly on behalf of the people, P83952.
Good morning, Judge. Hannah Barron from the Neighborhood Defender Services, P85265, representing Mr. McQuarrie.
And Mr. McCrary, tell us your name for the record.
Jerry Leon McQuarrie.
What's your pleasure, Ms. Barron?
Judge, I have paper discovery in this case. I'm requesting digital and unredacted police reports, and we'd ask for a preliminary examination date.
Ms. Kelly?
Your Honor, I will get all of that to Ms. Barron.
All right. The court will continue to plea of not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination. I have January 10th at 12.
January 10th.
Yes.
No, just one.
About 12:15.
Yes.
January 10th at 12:15.
Okay. And then, Judge, if I could be heard on bond.
Okay.
So, Judge, Mr. McQuarrie is currently being held on a $100,000 cash bond. That is unaffordable for Mr. McQuarrie. It's a de facto detention for Mr. McQuarrie. So we are asking for a reduction in that bond, preferably a personal bond, but we would ask for, at the very least, a reduction. Mr. McQuarrie has a steady residence. He's been at the same residence for the past 9 years. He was employed at the time of his arrest and should be able to continue that employment should he be released on an affordable bond. He was a plant manager at Elko Products in Detroit. He has a very strong community in Detroit. I've spoken with his son already, who's definitely in full support of him. And in Detroit, all of his family members are there. So for those reasons, Judge, he would not be at risk of failing to appear. He is presumptively entitled to a personal bond in this case, and he is not a danger to the community.
Your Honor, I believe he is currently on parole, so I believe there would be a parole hold.
What is he on parole?
He was not on parole. I believe that he was just on probation.
There was a case out of Ohio. I'm trying to pull it up. essentially assisting in a felony.
It was
where
obstruction.
And he does. So with that, I would ask that bond stay in place, as I believe there is a flight risk, as he was willing to assist someone who committed a crime in Macomb County who fled to Ohio and continued to give him a ride, that being his own son. So at this point, I would ask that bond remain as is.
What I'll do is continue bond and refer to pretrial services for bond recommendation. Bond continue, thank you.
Thank you.
Understood. Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Carson.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Good, how are you? Happy New Year.
Good. I am Cassius Watson. This is a PCC standing in for Attorney Ivan Land. Your Honor, my client, Mr. Land, just received the kids talk and he just like a few days to review it. So I'm asking for a brief adjournment of the PCC.
Is there a likelihood that this is going to go to exam?
It's a likelihood, yes.
Oh, I thought we should set the exam today then.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Calling case number 230-602-4101. The people of the state of Michigan versus Cassius Clifton Watson. The defendant is being charged with count 1, criminal sexual conduct, second degree, person under 13, defendant 17 years, age or older. Several probable cause today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Aaron Wilmeth, P82085, appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephanie Carson standing in for Attorney Ivan Land with Mr. Watson's permission, and we ask the court to waive his appearance.
For the waive the defendant's presence, what's your pleasure?
I'm requesting an in-person exam, Your Honor.
The court will continue the plea of not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination. How is looks like I'm gonna have to push it to January 12th.
What time, Your Honor? Would it be the 12th?
How about January 12th at 9:30?
Your Honor,
I
I'm supposed to
have one other matter. Can I have something a little later in the day if possible?
Your Honor, I'm supposed to be starting a jury trial on Wednesday, the 10th. So I was gonna say maybe I could do it in the afternoon on the 12th, but the morning would be pushing it for me to be done with trial.
Afternoon as well.
Of course, if I run into an issue, I'll let everybody know, but I could probably make the afternoon work.
Okay, January 12th at 1:30.
That's fine for me, Your Honor. And Ms. Wilmoth, I'll probably be doing the exam, so I'll put my phone number in the chat if you have a problem, okay?
Okay.
I'm saying like she's printing out she said, remember she like I got she
Ron, we continue. Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You still here?
Thank you, Your Honor.
small font, the new sheet. You know what I'm saying?
I said Marable, Ms. Marable.
Yes,
Did you need
Your Honor, I
something?
am. Yes, Your Honor.
What you got, Ms. Marable?
I have Mr. Naper and Mr. Anderson is the prosecutor. We're going to do a waiver, Your Honor. And I did talk to Mr. Anderson this morning.
Where's Mr. Anderson?
Mr. Anderson is right there.
Good morning.
Oh, there he is. Where's your client?
Your client, my client is on Zoom. I don't think they have let him in. You have let him in yet. Because he texted me this morning at 8:30 that he was on Zoom.
Okay, bring him out now.
Mr. Napper, please put on your camera so that the judge can see you.
I see him.
Okay.
Calling case number 230-604-5901. The people of the state of Michigan versus Amir Daniel Napier. The defendant is being charged with count 1, police officer fleeing first degree vehicle code. Count 2, reckless driving causing death. Count 3, operating license suspended, revoked, denied, causing death. Count 4, weapons carrying concealed, except for probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jaron Anderson on behalf of the people, P85434.
Good morning to this honorable court. Carla Marable, P number 62755 on behalf of Mr. Napier. Can you please state your name?
Amir Daniel Napier.
What's your pleasure, Ms. Marable?
Your Honor, at this time, I have Mr. Anderson sent me the discovery before the Christmas holiday. I have went over the discovery with my client, Mr. Napier, and at this time, we will waive the preliminary exam. I have explained to Mr. Napier the reason for a preliminary exam is a probable cause standard. And the state only has to show by probable cause that a crime was committed and he committed it. So at this time, we're waiving the preliminary exam and going to circuit court.
Mr. Napier, please raise your right hand. Unmute yourself as well. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. You put your hand down. You understand you have a statutory right to have a preliminary examination. By waiving the same, that means you won't have one, and you'll be bound over to Wayne County Third Circuit Court as you stand charged in the complaint you want. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand the nature and the purpose of a preliminary examination?
Yes, sir.
You understand if you were to have one, the prosecution would have to establish that the crime you're charged with was committed in the city of Detroit, and if there's probable cause to believe you committed it?
Yes, sir.
Is anyone forcing you to waive your right?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything?
No, sir.
Are you waiving your right freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Any objection from the people?
No objection, Your Honor. Thank you.
The court finds defendant's waiver is made knowingly and voluntarily freely given. The court will therefore bind the defendant over to Wayne County Third Circuit Court, Criminal Division for further proceedings. His arraignment on the information date and time will be January 16th, 2023 at 9:00 a.m. and bond will be continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. Oh, did I say 23? 2024, I'm sorry. Thank you. Mr. Dox.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on the William White case. I do understand Mr. Sharg was on there earlier. It was a misunderstanding, but I do have my client on Zoom.
So you're representing Mr. White?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we set that for preliminary examination on January 10th. I'm sorry. I guess it was January 10th at 10:15. Does that date and time work for you?
Yes, Your Honor, that would work. We would just like to discuss some bond conditions.
Okay, let me call it. Recalling case 23060582001. Strike that, that's the wrong case. Calling case 23060617001, people of the state of Michigan versus William Austin White. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drade for the people, P number 60249.
And good morning. Good morning, Your Honor, and your staff, Attorney Quentin Dox, P number 79657. On behalf of my client, Mr. William White. Mr. White, please unmute, state your full name for the record.
Where do you see Mr. White?
He said he was on. Your Honor, may I argue bond? I understand if I can waive his presence for the purposes of this hearing.
You can waive his presence. Court will waive the defendant's presence. What's your pleasure?
My client is a property manager for the Moore's Soul Food Restaurant on 4th Street in Detroit, Michigan, Your Honor. He's right now currently on house arrest. We're asking that his tether restrictions, first of all, the house arrest be removed, and to see if we can get like a tether curfew from 9 to 9, if that's okay with the people.
Your Honor, I haven't received any information that there has been any issues with contact at all. So I am not objecting to some out hours for the purposes of work.
Why does he need 9 to 9? That restaurant's not open that early.
Well, Your Honor, that's a great question. He also is responsible with 2 children, Your Honor, that he drops off from school. So those hours would cover those activities, Your Honor, and picking them up.
How old are the children?
To my understanding, Your Honor, they're from ages 9 to 11. I think they're grade school.
What school?
They're in grade school, Your Honor. I don't know what, but I know they're in grade school.
Get your client on. I have some questions for him.
Yes, Your Honor.
In the meantime, let's move on to Ms. Henderson. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm present for Mr. Underwood and Mr. Harris. Mr. Underwood should be logged in and in the waiting room.
He's not logged in under his name.
He didn't know how to change his name, but he did send me a screenshot that he was in the waiting room for your courtroom.
Under what name?
It should just be his device name, just a phone. He wasn't sure how to change the name on the screen. But if the court does not see him in the waiting room anymore, okay, that might be him.
I have a couple of iPhones. What's your name, sir?
Anthony Underwood.
Okay, there's Mr. Underwood. You're ready on Underwood.
Okay. Calling case number 230-605-8201. The people of the state of Michigan versus DeAnthony Jerron Underwood. The defendant is being charged with count 1, weapons, firearm possession by felon. Count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 3 and 4, weapons, felony firearm. Count 5, domestic violence. The defendant is an habitual offender, second offense notice, set for probable cause.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drade for the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Attorney Sidney Henderson, P84839, appearing on behalf of Mr. Underwood. Mr. Underwood, could you please state your name for the record?
Anthony Underwood.
What's your pleasure, counsel?
Your Honor, at this time, we would be requesting an exam date as well as requesting the digital discovery of this matter.
Ms. Drain, how are we looking on the digital discovery?
I actually, I just sent the digital discovery via evidence.com link.
Okay. The court will continue the plea of not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination. How is, we'll have January 10th at 12:30.
Yes.
January 10th at 12:30.
That works, Your Honor.
All right, January 10th at 12:30, bond will be continued.
Your Honor, are we able to address some of the conditions regarding bond?
Like what?
Right now, he's on GPS tether and he is not allowed to return to his home. The complaining witness in the case no longer resides at the home. He does pay all of the bills in the home and no one is living in the home currently. I'm not sure if the prosecutor has had a chance to speak with the complaining witness in the matter, but if he has and is able to confirm that, I do have pictures from his uncle that the house is empty. She's removed all of her belongings from the house. We're just asking that he be able to return home.
Your Honor, I can give the complainant a call today and try to confirm that, and then I will get back with defense counsel, Ms. Henderson, and I'm sure we can have a stipulated.
That is in fact the case. Send me a stipulated order to that effect.
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Segura.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. What can I do for you?
I have two clients and I unfortunately don't have contact information, so I'm not sure if they are on the Zoom. The first one is, I'm sorry?
For your clients.
Tierra Posey. And the second one is David Daniel.
What's the last name? Daniel? Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, we're ready on Posey. Okay.
Calling case number 230-605-8901. The people of the state of Michigan versus Tierra Ann Posey. The defendant is being charged with count 1 and 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 3 and 4, weapons, felony firearm. Count 5, domestic violence. Count 6, firearms, reckless use. Count 7, weapons, firearms, brandishing in public. Count 8, assault or assault and battery. That's probable cause.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drain for the people, P number 60249.
And good morning, Your Honor. Alyssa Segura with the Neighborhood Defender Service. P86432.
Ms. Posey, tell us your name for the record.
My name is Tierra Ann Posey.
Start your video. There you go. All right. What's your pleasure, Ms. Segura? I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to set this for an in-person preliminary examination.
Before we continue the plea of not guilty, we'll set this matter for preliminary examination. How is January 10th at 12:30? Yes. January 10th at 12:30.
I actually have a preliminary exam in Romulus at 12:30 that day.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can't do that anyway. What was your issue again, Ms. Segura? I'm sorry.
You're okay, sorry. I have a in-person preliminary examination in Romulus at 12:30 on the 10th.
January 10th at 10:15.
January 10th, 15.
Sharks, white one, 10:15.
Yeah,
Okay,
that'll
thank you so
work,
much.
Your Honor.
No, I can't do 10:15. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
10:45. No, we're gonna have to move to January 12th.
What time, Your Honor?
January 12th at 10 o'clock.
January 12th. Okay. You said 12 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay. I have a motion hearing in Frank Murphy at 9 a.m. So I just I'll just try to make it over there as quickly as I can. I just wanted to let the court be aware.
All right. Ready on Daniel.
Okay, and then may I just have Ms. Posey, either I can get my phone number or we can get a breakout room after we handle the Daniel matter so I can get her number, please.
Give her your number. Ms. Posey,
Yes, sir.
take this number down for your attorney.
I'm ready.
My number is 313-418-8189.
Okay, 313-418-8189.
Yes.
And what is your name?
Alyssa, Alyssa. And my last name is Segura, Segura.
Okay.
And then just send me a text with your first and last name, and then I will call you once I'm done handling court. Okay?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Calling case number 12-0598-6501. The people of the state of Michigan versus David Riley Daniel. The defendant has been charged with count 1, criminal sexual conduct for 4th degree force or coercion, HIV STD testing notice. Count 2, criminal sexual conduct 4th degree force or coercion, HIV and STD testing. The defendant is a habitual offender. Second offense notice at the probable cause hearing.
Appearances for the record, please. No APA here on Daniel? Ms. Wilmot?
Yes.
Do you know who the APA is on David Riley Daniel II? Charged with CSC 4?
David Riley Daniel II,
Yes.
CSC 4.
Yes.
Let me take a look.
Okay, while we're waiting on that, let me move on. Mr. Cripps, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. What can I do for you?
I have Wilma Turner.
Okay. Bringing on Wilma Turner.
Calling case number 230-588-1501. The people of the state of Michigan versus the defendant is Wilma Latrice Turner. The defendant is being charged with count 1, homicide, murder, 2nd degree, set for probable cause hearing today.
Actually set for competency hearing today. Appearances for the record, please. I have an APA here on Turner. Batting 1,000 today, Mr. Cripps.
Judge, this case is set for competency hearing. We're still awaiting a report from the forensic center that I haven't received yet. And also, Ms. Turner checked herself into the hospital for psychological issues. So we're asking for a new date to be set, awaiting the competency report.
Who's the APA on this?
I believe Bryn Bailey appeared on this case before.
All right. Did you speak to the forensic center? When did they say that report may be forthcoming?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I can call the forensic.
She just checked herself into a psych ward of sorts. It probably doesn't matter what their report says, particularly if it says that she's competent. If she's checked herself in, as we look at whether or not they're competent at this point in time. So if she's still having issues, even if she was competent at the time of the evaluation, she may not be competent now.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm inclined to put it out for approximately 30 days. However, I don't want to do that without the APA being present. You want to check back with me tomorrow?
Sure. That's fine.
We'll try it again tomorrow. Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow morning, Judge.
January 3rd at 8:30.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Hi, Judge, it's Erin.
Yes, Ms. Wilmot.
Okay, so I was a little confused. Sorry it took me so long. This appears to be a very old case, a 2012 case, what I'm seeing. And at the time that it was signed by a child abuse APA who is clearly long gone, Keisha Glenn. So I can cover today's hearing. I don't know if it will continue to be handled by child abuse, as this complainant would now clearly be an adult age, so it may be handled by a SAP prosecutor, but I'm happy to stand in and figure this out. And if I need to cover it, I'll cover it. No big deal.
Okay, your appearance for the record, please.
Erin Wilmeth, P82085, appearing on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. It says my video is disabled. But good morning, Attorney Segura with the Neighborhood Defender Service on behalf of David Daniel, P86432. And I'm not sure if Mr. Daniel is on the Zoom. I don't have a good phone number for him, so I was unable to contact him prior to today's hearing.
I mean, given the age of this case, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I also have not received any discovery at all, so that's another issue, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, could we perhaps put this out for just a brief adjourned PCC so I can take a look at what was scanned in our system due to the age of the case, see if there's a kids talk I need to track down due to the age of the case, that some of our kids talks have been moved to an offsite location. So this will just allow me some time to figure things out, make sure defense gets discovery, and ensure the proper prosecutor who will be handling the case moving forward, whether that be me or a SAT prosecutor, can appear at the next PCC, if that makes sense.
I'll adjourn the PCC to January 5th at 8:30.
That sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, have a good day. Mr. Dox.
Good morning, Your Honor. My client, I think, is in the waiting room.
Under what name?
William White.
There's no William White in my waiting room. You're supposed to find out what he came in under. Is it under Zoom user?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you sure?
I'm 90%.
Okay. Thought I brought him in, I don't see him now.
Well, Your Honor, just for the sake of judicial economy, what tether hours you think you will be amenable to in light of that he has to work?
Well, I have no idea because I need to talk to him. And here's no user.
Can he call in, Your Honor? Is that okay?
I think I have him here.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
I'm Henry Perkins, sir.
Henry
See nothing.
Perkins. Is that
Yes,
him,
sir.
Mr.
I can't see nothing though.
It's okay. Now we're looking for Mr. White.
No, I'm not him, sir.
What are you here on, Mr. Perkins? Oh, I got it. Never mind.
Your Honor, I think he's under iPhone 3.
There's no iPhone 3 in my waiting room. In the right place?
Hi, Judge.
Yes.
I just wanted to check in with you before I log off. So I have the other case of Dominic Thornton, and this is nothing substantive about the case, but I have that PCC scheduled for the 11th of January. So for some reason, he was taken into custody on my case, and that warrant was reviewed as an in custody case, whereas Miss Mosivian's was a not in custody case. But for some reason, he was arraigned on her case and not the arraignment on mine was delayed. So I think that's why her PCC was today and mine is not scheduled until next week. And I don't see a defense attorney, so I'm assuming that's the date they have as well. So I just wanted permission to log off.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, thanks so much. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Attorney Alcadori.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. What can I do for you?
Your Honor, I'm here on a PCC for Abdulkader Al-Nuruddin, and looking for a date for the preliminary examination.
Okay, let me call the case.
Thank you.
Calling case number 230-603-5701. The people of the state of Michigan versus Al-Badar Ridor Al-Nuruddin. The defendant is being charged with count 1, stalking aggravated, except for a probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drade for the people, P number 60249.
Attorney Abathir Al-Qadari, P80330, on behalf of Abdulkader Al-Nuruddin.
Mr. Al-Nouri, please state your name for the record.
Abdulkader Al-Nuruddin.
What's your pleasure, counsel?
Your Honor, there will be another attorney who will be handling the case from this point on, Mr. Arthur Brand. I'm appearing on his behalf today. We would like to schedule the preliminary examination, Your Honor.
Court will continue to plead of not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination on, let's do January 12th. We have 9:30.
Your Honor, would you be able to do an afternoon on January 12th? Because Mr. Brand, I believe, is booked all morning on the 12th.
Sorry.
Yeah, 12 o'clock. Everything pretty much ran
Okay. How about January 8th at 12 o'clock?
Your Honor, he's I believe he's out of town until the 10th. Do you have any availability on the 16th or the 18th or the 19th in the afternoon?
No, sir, the 16th and 18th are my homicide days.
Okay. $19th?
It's too far out, sir. Maybe he's too busy to do this case. Why can't he do the 12th?
Your Honor, because he has other hearings in the morning, so he's in the office on the 12th. He just has other hearings scheduled early in the morning.
Where are those hearings at? Are they in Detroit?
Yes, they're family cases, the family court. So at this point, the only availability, Your Honor, is the 12th in the morning?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. Can I have a brief moment to call and confirm?
Hang on 1 second. I have 12:30 available on the 12th. Yes. How about January 12th at 12:30?
That works, Your Honor. Thank you.
January 12th at 12:30, bond will be continued.
Thank you.
Mr. Henderson.
You say, sir?
Mr.
Morning, Your
Henderson. Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Henderson.
I know what you meant. I'm present.
Can y'all hear me?
Mr. Harris, he should be logged in now.
He is. Everybody on Harris?
Yes.
Calling case number 230-601-4301. The people of the state of Michigan versus the defendant, Frederick Edward Harris Jr. The defendant is being charged with count 1, child abuse, third degree. Count 2, domestic violence, several probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record. Do I, where am I agent case at today?
Judge, I'll try to get in touch with Ms. Wilmoth again.
Okay. Ms. Shoy.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. What can I do for you?
I am here on Mr. Perkins, Your Honor, who I believe is in the waiting room.
I don't have a Perkins by name in my waiting room.
I believe he was on for a second before when you were looking for another defendant. There we go.
That's Mr. Perkins there, okay. Everybody on Perkins.
Okay. Calling. We have 2 cases. The first case, calling case number 230-606-0101. The people of the state of Michigan versus Henry Danielle Perkins. The defendant is being charged with count 1, assault with intent to bring bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2, weapons, firearm possession by a felon. Count 3, weapons, felony, firearm, second offense. Count 4, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 5, weapons, felony, second offense. The defendant is an habitual offender, third offense notice. The defendant also is being charged with case number 230-606-0201. Defendant is being charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 2, domestic violence. The defendant is a habitual offender, third offense notice, several probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drade for the people, P number 60249.
And good morning, Your Honor. Alexandra Cho with the Neighborhood Defender Service P85948, appearing on behalf of Mr. Perkins, who is present via Zoom. Mr. Perkins, excuse me, if you could just state your whole name for the record.
Yep, Henry Darnell Perkins.
What's your pleasure, counsel?
Your Honor, we have received paper discovery for both of the matters. However, we have not yet received digital for either. I would request that digital for both cases be sent over and a preliminary exam date for both cases be set as well.
Yes, I have I have digital discovery for one of the cases. I'll send it to you right now. I don't have discovery for the second case. So I have requested that from the defense counsel. So that's where we're at with that. I didn't send over the discovery for the one case because I wasn't sure who was assigned to this case. You should have it soon.
Show it, the exam for both matters. The court will continue to plead not guilty and set both matters for preliminary examination. What's my time available in the morning and 12?
9:15. 9, no, I'm sorry. 9:15 something. So we have 9:30, 10. 10:15.
Okay, how is January 12th at 10 o'clock?
January 12th, Your Honor?
Yes.
That should be perfect for defense.
Okay, January 12th at 10 o'clock.
And Your Honor, if we could address bond at this time, actually. Mr. Perkins, he does have a personal bond with a GPS tether. However, he is on complete house arrest. We would ask that just a couple hours be allowed during the day for Mr. Perkins. He was previously working prior to being taken into custody. He was working on basements, I believe, with 2 other individuals. They had a company as well, Your Honor, and Mr. Perkins will tell you himself. If he could have the time to make himself presentable for court. He has not been able to do his hair or have his beard shaved or anything like that. And he wants to make sure that when he does appear in court, that he is presentable for the court.
I'll forgive him. His hair and his beard. I do my own hair and beard. See how good my hair looks?
He was previously working as well, Your Honor.
Previously working, does that mean he's not working anymore?
He is not able to leave to work, Your Honor, because of the tether conditions.
Where does he work?
He was doing, I believe, basement repairs, Your Honor.
Who does he work for?
He was not working for an individual, but he was working with, I believe, you had said it was an individual named Alonzo, and there was another individual, and the 3 of them were doing basement repairs together.
They can come over. People?
Your Honor, I don't have any objection to that.
Any objection to?
Allowing just a
Go ahead.
Just so it's clear, we're not asking that the tether be removed or that the hours be taken, but that just a couple hours during the day be allowed for Mr. Perkins to leave and come back to the address.
Okay, so what's a couple of hours?
Your Honor, I would ask from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That's not a couple. A couple means 2.
I will ask, but I will see what the judge or what the court would permit. I know sunrise to sundown is what we would ask for.
And that's because he needs to do what? Get his hair and his beard done?
Well, it's that he hasn't been able to leave, Your Honor, since being released from custody. He has not been able to buy groceries for himself. He has not been able to do a number of things just in order to essentially live now in a location where we are not asking for him to go to the other location as well. He's in a different address than he was prior to being taken.
Sir, how are you supporting yourself?
Well, I do basement waterproofing, sir.
When's the last time you worked?
Right before I got in custody, I left off on the job, you know.
When was that?
I got locked up it's been like almost 2 weeks now, almost 3 weeks now, sir.
So again, how are you supporting yourself?
Well, you know, I have money saved up that I work for.
Okay. When is your next job?
I'm still stuck on one. I still was, you know, like before I got locked up, I was still stuck on one. I just had broke the basement all the way down, put the black pipe in there, sir. And I got to put some pea stone in there now just to finish it up.
Where is this job at?
I think it's in Shelby Township.
You think?
I know, sir.
All right, Ms. Sholay, send over a proposed order amending the tethering hours. What time do you get started, sir?
I leave, I get ready about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'll be out the house by 9 o'clock, and then I'll come back in before it get dark.
We'll do 9 to 5, Ms. Sholay.
Understood, Your Honor.
Send over a proposed order to that effect. No contact with the complaining witness. You understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I will send that order over as soon as I'm off of court, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr.
you.
Dox, you make any headway yet, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. He did send me a screenshot with your honorable name on there and but I don't know why he's not.
What name is he under?
I think iPhone.
iPhone 3?
Yes.
Let's try it. Mr. White, are you here?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. We're back on the record on case number 2306061701, People versus William Austin White. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drain for the people. P number 60249.
And good morning, Your Honor, and your staff, Attorney Quentin Dox, P number 79657. On behalf of my client, Mr. William White, who appears via Zoom and consents. Mr. White, please state your full name for the record.
William Austin White.
All right. So, Mr. White, Mr. Dox has been asking the court to amend your tethering hours. It says that you're on house arrest, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you work at the Moore's Restaurant on 4th Street in Southwest Detroit?
Yes, sir.
And what time does that restaurant open, sir?
10 o'clock.
What hours do you work?
From between 10:30 to normally 10. I also have class on.
You work 12 hours a week? 12 hours a day? How many days a week?
3 days. It's because I have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm in the farm program as well.
The what program?
The farm program as well.
What's the farm program?
For Renaissance Men. It's a program for Wayne County citizens.
What time is that from?
That's from 5:30 to 8 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays only, though.
5:30 in the evening?
Yes, sir.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yes, sir.
And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you work from 10 to 10?
Yes, sir.
So if I go to that restaurant, I'm gonna see you there at 10 in the morning, and I'm gonna see you there at 10 in the evening.
Yes, sir.
Because I know exactly where that is, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you know me, Mr. Moore? What's your last name again? Mr. White, do you know me?
I don't, sir.
Okay. You're from Southwest Detroit?
Yes, sir.
Are you related to the Moores?
Yes, sir. Close family relative. Yes, sir. My family is the White family and the Mitchells.
Katrina Moore was a very good friend of mine.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Denise is the mother.
I don't know Mom, I just knew Katrina.
Okay.
People, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Dox, send over proposed order amending those tethering hours to, we'll do 9 to 10:30. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 8:30.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. Happy New Year.
All right, you too. Mr. Miller, are you still there? Bryn? Bryn Kurt. Ms. Henderson,
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm still present.
what case are you here on again?
Mr. Harris. We were waiting for our prosecutor to return.
So, Judge, for this case, it's a child abuse third. And I did contact Ms. Wilma, and she indicated to me that because of the age of the child, it would not be considered a CFAP case. It wouldn't be handled by their unit. It would be handled by somebody from general trials, basically. So,
So I can dump this case on somebody, right?
yes.
So Ms. Henderson, it doesn't sound like this case is gonna stay with this docket. So I have to find you another place to land, okay?
Okay, understood.
I'm sorry, I appreciate your patience though.
No worries. Happy New Year. Mr. Harris, I will contact you.
We need to find Judge Harris. Frederick Harris. It's gonna be a different judge. It has to be blind drawn to a different judge. We need to contact. Whoever decides the case is ready to go. Ms. Barron,
Yes, good morning again.
who you hanging around on?
Terrell, Davian Terrell.
Do I have an APA here on Terrell?
Yeah, that's me, Judge.
How did I skip past you the last time, Ms. Barron?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Terrell.
Calling case number 230-606-1101. The people of the state of Michigan versus Davion Terrell. The defendant has been charged with count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2, malicious destruction of personal property. Count 3, domestic violence, set for probable cause hearing today.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drain for the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Judge Hannah Barron from the Neighborhood Defender Services, P85265, representing Mr. Terrell. Mr. Terrell, can you say your name for the record?
He hasn't connected his audio for some reason. But the record should reflect that he is present. What's your pleasure, Ms. Barron?
Judge, I had discovery. I believe I just received digital early this morning, so I haven't yet been able to review that, but it looks like I have it. So we're asking for a preliminary exam date.
All right, the court will continue to plea of not guilty. We'll set this matter for preliminary examination. How's January 12th? At 10:15.
Looks like we can.
No, 10:15.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, how's January 12th at 10:15?
That's fine for me, Judge. Mr. Terrell, is that okay? January 12th, 10:15, we're back in court. Oh, he's still not connected. Oh, okay.
Yes. Tell us your name, sir.
Davion Terrell.
All right, Mr. Terrell, we're gonna set your preliminary examination for January 12th at 10:15. That's in person in 36th District Court, okay?
Okay, I'm about to write that down right now.
All right, we'll see you then, January 12th at 10:15. Bond will be continued.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Terrell, you can log off.
Okay. I don't know how to work.
Ms. Curry,
Good morning, Your Honor.
morning, what case are you here on?
Wilma Turner, Your Honor. It was set for a competency hearing.
Yeah,
That
I have trips coming back tomorrow morning.
tomorrow
on that.
morning,
He
yes.
said he doesn't have a report back yet. Do you have a report?
I just got in some mail from the Forensic Center, Your Honor, and I'm checking it right now. No, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll probably be setting another date, approximately 30 days out tomorrow. But I'll see you
Yes,
tomorrow
sir.
at 8:30. Thank
Yes, sir,
you.
Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Posey. Ms. Posey? Okay, so we're missing Mr. Miller. Somebody can make the legal services. Those are the only two. Yes.
Grant Miller, sir.
Yeah, Frank Miller, he was here, he left.
Those cases next to me probably.
Can't bring
Just tell them, come on.
Yes.
Montreal, you put January 12th at 10.
January 12th at 10:15. And we'll do some things on Judge Giles' docket, I'll be right back.
They go over there and see that.
I think they have a court reporter over there already. So it's just this is what I have to do the waivers.
Going to check.
They have Kim over there.
Oh.
But I think Miss Kitty got everything already ready.
Am I free to log off?
No.
Yes, Posey. Put around the board real quick. Yeah, one more. Couple of costs that we- Did you say something about 1:30?
Mr. Miller,
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Miller, you ready on Craig?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Calling case number 230-604-2801. The people of the state of Michigan versus the defendant, Calvin Adrian Craig. The defendant is being charged with count 1, home invasion first degree. Count 2, unlawful imprisonment. And count 3, unlawful imprisonment. Count 4, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 5, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon. Count 6, assault with a dangerous weapon. Felonious assault, count 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Weapons, felony firearm. Count 12 is a second offense notice. Set for probable cause hearing day.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Doan for the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Your Honor. J. Grant Miller, P58658, on behalf of Mr. Craig.
And what's your pleasure, Mr. Miller?
Your Honor, I've received the paper discovery in this case. I don't know if there's any digital or if it just how it comes in 2 different emails. I may have gotten it. I'm not certain. Ms. Train will resend it if I haven't. We'd just like to set it for an exam.
All right, the court will continue to plead not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination. How is January 12th? Do you have 10:30?
12 at 10:30.
Your Honor, I have a 10 a.m. with Judge Van Houten and an 11 a.m. with Judge Sabri. Could we do it just after that at 11:30?
No, I have a court date myself at 11:30. How about 9:45?
Yeah.
I could do
9:45. Can you do 9:45?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, 9:45 on January 12th. Final be continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And sorry to everyone for the delays and the mix-up, and 36 website keeps working and not working.
Is that it? All right. Did they find a place for that other case we not moving?
I'm trying to contact Mr. Gray right now. I thought it was Dr. Pro.
Well, that concludes the docket for today, folks. Happy New Year. Hope to see you tomorrow, same bat station, same bat time.
You too. Happy New Year's.
Oh, Miss Posey, we never did your case, did we?
Yes, you did. It was at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Why are you still here?
I was asking, can I leave? You said no.
I'm sorry, Miss Posey. You can leave.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You have your court date?
Yes, it's January 12th at 10 a.m.
That's correct. Okay, you have a good day and Happy New Year. See you then.
You too as well.
That'll be in person in 36th District Court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
For Frederick here is the one who needs a blind draw. Ms. Grace, is it like a recuse or something, or?
No, it's going to the general position.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay, it's going to the general. It's not- Because of charges, yes.
He said it's going to the general.
Okay.
I see the marvelous. All right, how you doing? Yes, sir.
I'm so glad I checked the witness room. The man was in there snoring like a mother. I went to go cut there was a witness with the other side. He said, "Oh, it's all for us." Yeah. So did you enjoy the holiday? The family.
Very impressive.
It was for me as well. Even with mom and them, they were sick, but I was rested, chilled. Everybody was sick. The baby, my sister. It's just like going. Everybody catching back to back. Sore throat, nose. We all stay here, huh? You need anything? We took our time, cause you all right now?
Yes, how are you been?
I'm wonderful.
Good.
We'll see you all tomorrow. That's the mom's doctor right there?
You want it,